Hi, welcome to the world of Ayushya Varsha. As I welcome you to Ayushya Varsha, the world of Ayushya Varsha, and introduce you to what we stand for, it is my pleasure to introduce a concept which is prevalent in some form, however, not in practice. Ayurveda to Ayushya Varsha means a modern view, a modern concept where we practice principles of Ayurveda in the most modern possible ways. That doesn't dilute the Ayurvedic culture in the first place, because it's not a simple thing that's written in a textbook. It's more of a philosophy that has lived down ages and cultures. Ayurveda is a system of medicine which has evolved out of a single line, that anything in this nature is a medicine when used in a medicinal quantity, and everything in this universe is made out of 5 principal concepts of earth, water, fire, air and space. Now, these concepts drill down to the fact that everything universally is the same, which is correlatable to the modern world, to the modern sciences, in terms of the elemental components of living and non-living, every part. That besides, what we aim at presenting in terms of Ayushya Varsha, when we say a modernized form of Ayurveda, we talk of presenting the use of commercially available brands, not the traditional picture of Ayurveda where an Ayurvedic physician would be creating his own formulation, dispensing it across, and in some cases may not even disclose what he is doing or what he is giving to the patient, but somewhere it has created an image of a quackery as a practice. An Ayurvedic doctor in some respects is looked at as a quack because of these practices. There's nothing wrong in creating a formulation, nothing wrong in dispensing it, but at least mention it on your prescription as to what it is in what quantity or form are you giving it, which you can back up, which you can substantiate in some way. Then more importantly, when you do this, the factor of quality control may not be there. The factor of quality control may strictly be missing. And today, when you have pharma companies stepping into the world of natural medicine, companies beyond the well-known names of Dabur, Baidyanath, Himalaya, Charak, you have newer companies like Vasu, Nagarjuna, or so-called allopathic companies like Panacea, Lupin, stepping into this territory and making things which come from a natural background, which have a natural substrate to actually put forth, and they state that this is an extract of this thing, an extract somewhere going down to the concepts of arc in Ayurveda. Why not use it? Why not adopt it? After all, as a doctor, the principal thing that a doctor or a physician is supposed to do is look at your patient, take care of him, be close to him, and for that you need to give him time, you need to spend time with him. If you get involved in something like creating a formulation at the same time or dispensing it, you're not giving your patient your time, his time rather, and you're rather using it for a self-motivated commercial activity, which is in a way cheating your patient out of his time, the time that you need to spend with him. So these patient-centric, these customer-centric practices are what remain the focus of Ayushya Varsha, and thus we aim to bring close to the people Ayurveda. Moreover, when you use brands, when you have the availability of formulations being developed by pharma companies, there's always that additional benefit of going back and asking if something doesn't work to the pharma company, because they take the responsibility of creating something. They present you with certain papers on the same to lay a claim that this particular thing or this particular formulation or this particular idea works on these lines and for these reasons. And as a physician, we are judges to the fact whether the claim is true or not, or if it is true, how far it is true. And there the wisdom, the judiciosity comes into place, and we go ahead and stress the fact that yes, this will work, this will not work, or probably this is the tweak you can do to this formulation, this is the addition you can do to this formulation to refine it better. The knowledge of Ayurveda, the knowledge of the fact that you create your own formulation and dispense it comes into play there. But that's more on the knowledge side and more on a consulting side, something that a physician, a doctor is more respected for. After all, creating a medicine, creating a formulation and dispensing it is a pharmacist's job. Therefore, the only thing I can say or I can stress upon here is that at Ayushya Varsha, delineating from the conventional practice of creating our formulations and marketing them and dispensing them in ambiguity, we rather request you to give us a chance to work with us, to try and adopt a system that has existed over ages in a more palatable, more commercial, more refined form, where definite people take definite responsibilities and care for you in an organized structure. If you have a complaint, when we advise you something, we always have a backup to tell you that what is the problem, because we will address your problem to a certain person. If you have a problem with a certain medicine, we can always get back to that particular company and address your problem as, this is my patient complaint and how do you address it. Therefore, we seek your support, we seek your reliance on it. And that's how we believe, and we have considerably done a good to our patients. There are stories that I can always share about my patients and my patients' reliance on the system or on me, and there has been nothing that I have done personally out of my creations, but anything that has been prevalent in the market and conventionally being made available to a certain group of retailers and being sold. And if there was a problem, I could get back to a certain company and ask them that, well, this was the claim or this is the address in your literature and this is how it is functioning. Hence, just once again, I'll be requesting my followers, my viewers, my visitors to please give us a chance at Ayushya Varsha, and let's try to create a world where as an Ayurvedic doctor we do have that respect of being a physician and not a misnomer of being a quack. This rather last message is for my fellow colleagues, my seniors and also my juniors who would step into the competitive world tomorrow. Thank you.